Hello and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for March 25th, 2026. Hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. Kevin, of course, is my co-host to my right.
Hello.
And my name is Garrett. I am the co-host to his left. I don't know why that was the way I introduced this, but
but that's okay.
It's all good. But hope you're all doing pretty well. Kevin, how the hell have you been?
Pretty good. I have a event tomorrow for work, so I will be up at 6:30 in the morning. So that would be fun to do. But
Yikes!
Yeah. I mean, it's still fine. You get paid for going out to a different place.
And at least it's not as early as some of the other events
that I used to do. Yeah, that I did. So I'm cool with it.
But as for me, hip deep in school. That is the big thing right now. So definitely those things are getting all spun up and almost done. So
nice. Very cool.
Almost
very
there.
Cool.
But let's go ahead and get into the stuff today. We got a lot to talk about. But up first, let's see here. First, Avengers Doomsday is going to be skipping IMAX entirely because we reported on this about a week or two ago that Dune Part 3 has IMAX exclusivity for, I believe, the first 2 weeks or something like that, which is nuts that Avengers will not be in IMAX. However, apparently Disney and its shareholders are not concerned, saying that they will make just as much money based on other premium formats. So things like 4DX, ScreenX for Regal. I know AMC has some other premium formats as well. So, I mean, is it going to make less money because it's not?
I think so.
Probably.
I do think so. I think they're just being very optimistic about Doomsday. But again, I mean, I'm excited for Doomsday, but I don't know. I think I'm more excited for Dune 3, to be honest.
I mean, well, we haven't gotten a proper trailer for Doomsday yet, so
yeah.
I mean, maybe that'll change when we get a trailer for Doomsday. But I mean, hey, I'm doing the Doomsday, man. I'm doing both movies in one day. Kevin, we'll probably get the day off, and we'll probably go see it.
That would be fun to do. That would be really fun to
get lunch in between.
So we didn't do Barbenheimer last year, did we?
We saw Oppenheimer together, but you could not make it for Barbie because you were working.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what it was.
So I went and saw that one first, and then saw Oppenheimer after. So
gotcha.
But anyhow, yeah. I mean, we'll see if this has any impact on its box office. It'll probably have an effect, but not that big.
That we would notice, if that makes sense. It would be like little numbers, not big numbers.
And I think they're going to do a big push the following year for Secret Wars then to do IMAX. You know, because I think that's the one that's going to make more money anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but on to you, Kevin.
Yeah, next up, the new Moana trailer is getting a lot of negative feedback or pushback. Who would have guessed that? Everyone is talking about The Rock's bad hair, and the movie doesn't feel necessary. Just like a lot of these live action movies. But it's here. It's being produced.
Here's the thing. It's going to make a lot of money because it's going to be kids that go and see it with their families. Because it's an easy thing for those families to be like, yeah, we'll see that. You know?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's going to be successful. So, but next up, oops, I didn't mean to do that. A brand new Lord of the Rings movie was announced yesterday that's coming out after The Hunt for Gollum, called The Shadows of the Past, and will be developed by Stephen Colbert and his son, as well as Peter Jackson and Philippa Boyens, the team who brought us, obviously, the Lord of the Rings movies. This is awesome, not only because Stephen Colbert is going to be a little bit more free when his show is canceled in June, but he is literally the world's biggest Lord of the Rings nerd. And the fact that he's going to be developing a movie with his son, which the official tagline says, 14 years after the passing of Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin set out to retrace the first steps of their adventure. Meanwhile, Sam's daughter, Eleanor, has discovered a long-buried secret and is determined to uncover why the War of the Ring was very nearly lost before it even began. So what this movie is going to be doing, according to Stephen Colbert, is there are about 8 chapters of the Fellowship of the Ring that were not adapted into the movie. Most notably, the stuff that includes Tom Bombadil, which this will most likely focus on. So this is going to actually be the chapters of the Fellowship of the Ring that were not made into the movie. but adapted into a sort of secondary film, which I think that's fantastic. I mean, I'm all here for it. Just depends if Hunt for Gollum's any good.
Yeah,
So-
we'll see about that. But I mean, I think it will be good. So
Yeah,
we'll
for
see.
sure.
Though. But next up, Chuck Norris unfortunately has passed away at the age of 86. I mean, just an iconic person in like action movies in general. But I mean, I always remembered him as all the memes that he has.
All the
when
jokes.
I was in all the jokes, it was great. But unfortunately, he has passed away at the age of 86.
Went off to have that rematch with Bruce Lee in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But next up, Disney has announced a live-action Cinderella spin-off called Stepsisters, focusing on the evil stepsisters of Cinderella. This will be directed by Akiva Schaffer, who is the director who did Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie and the newest Naked Gun. So, I mean, good director. So as long as it has the right tone, the right feel. I mean, the live action Cinderella movie was actually pretty good. So, I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, we'll see if it's even connected to that one at all, or if it's just its own thing. But I mean, I would rather have this than just a live action remake.
Yeah.
Like the Cruella movie was at least something just new with the character.
Oh, it was so different too.
Yeah. So I think this is the right way to go. But it's also good director. Just we'll see who gets cast and everything. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But next up, Marvel delays its February 2028 movie to July. This removes the November 2028 movie film that they were discussing. 2 more dates have been announced for 2029, though.
Yes, so this means that movies that we did not know the titles of have been either delayed, removed, or announced. I'm assuming this means it will probably get some sort of Comic-Con presence this year. Well, we'll get an announcement of what those are. Is probably what it'll end up being.
Okay, so nice. Very cool.
But similarly, Disney has given dates to 10 unannounced movies coming in 2028 and 2029. I believe this includes some of those Marvel movies and some Pixar ones as well. Probably Gato going to be in there, which is one of the new Pixar movies coming out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are assuming Coco 2 is among those as well. So
nice. Very cool. Very cool. Next up, though, Spider-Man: A Brand New Day has the biggest trailer launch in history, even beating GTA 6's 24-hour number. I mean, I was super hyped about seeing this. I think, was this yesterday or last week?
The trailer came out last week. Yeah, we covered it last week.
And there's so many hints of who's going to be in it. There's so many speculations, but I like it in that aspect because they're not giving us the whole shebang. Yeah,
I'm perfect trailer. Honestly, they're not going to leave it at just that, but I wish they would leave it at that and then just, give us footage based off that trailer. Don't spoil anything else. That's all we want. But it's crazy that it beat GTA 6's 24-hour number.
Well, I mean, GTA 6 has been delayed a year now plus. So,
well, this year if we're lucky. So,
we'll see.
And it probably won't even have multiplayer at launch, but all right. And lastly, this is really cool for us because it's in our area, but Regal is going to be bringing 30 iconic comedy movies to theaters next month. So we're going to be getting some classics like Caddyshack and Blazing Saddles, along with some newer like 80s ones as well, like Better Off Dead. And I believe there's some newer ones. I'm pretty sure like Bridesmaids is on the list. So, but yeah, like it's going to be the theme for their month. I love that Regal's doing this now. They did this month. They did Best Picture or like Best Picture winners, essentially for the whole month, or nominees at least. There's a movie that I went and saw that was a part of that. So we'll kind of talk about that later. But I think this is great. I think it's a great way to bring people back into theaters, and especially for you and I, if there's a movie that we haven't seen before, it's better to go see it on the big screen than it is just at home.
Another thing is too, it's not a price of a regular ticket. It's only like $8,
$6.99.
Yeah. Which that'll get butts in seats too, especially if you're very unwary about the movie and it's because it's an older movie, but you heard a lot of people talking about it, but you don't want to pay $16 to go see it. $8. If you don't like it, you're not out $16. You're only out $8.
Well, you're probably gonna like it if it's a good movie, but
true.
Who knows?
You never know.
Everyone's individual. All righty. But that is it for the news stories this week. Our good friend Nadia from Horror and More says shalom to you as well. Hope you're doing pretty well today. But that's it for the news stories. Let's go ahead and get into what's going to be streaming this week. Primate is now on Paramount Plus. Sorry if you have Paramount Plus, you have to watch that. Pretty Lethal is now on Prime, a new action movie with Uma Thurman. The 2025 Anaconda movie is now on Netflix, which Kevin reviewed last week. Sentimental Value, the Oscar winner for Best International Feature, is now on Hulu, which I would highly recommend if you have access to Disney Plus or Hulu. Please watch that movie. It's fantastic. Mercy is now streaming on Prime. It is an Amazon MGM movie, so it was always going to go there, but it's now available. Minions, The Rise of Gru is now on Netflix. The Creator is now on Netflix. Great one. Same director as Rogue One and Jurassic World Rebirth. The Bad Guys 2 is now on Netflix as well. And Is This Thing On is now on Hulu, which I would also recommend if you're looking for a good comedy drama.
There's a bunch of ones I actually want to see on there. At least 3.
There you go. Hey, just watch them. But that's it for what's now streaming this week. Garbett, what's your shirt? It's actually a new shirt. It is The Matrix.
Oh, that's sick looking.
Yeah, I had to go to. I did not ignore your question. It came in after we started the next segment. We don't get to comments until the next segment. But okay, never mind. Sometimes you just got to give us a little bit. But yeah, I had to go to Old Navy, or I was at Old Navy with my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece, and I have a lot of these shirts that I wear when I work or on the stream that are like movie related or whatever. And I've been sweating through my other ones, so I needed new ones. And so I got a Matrix one. I also got a Godzilla one and a Star Wars one. So
very cool. Were they decently priced?
Like $14 or something.
Oh, that's nothing. Okay, yeah. All right, that's okay.
But thank you for asking. But let's go ahead and get to the trailers that we got this week. And
unfortunately,
I mean, a lot of good ones, but one really bad one.
Yeah, and it's the first one that's on there, and that is Moana.
Yep.
Just go watch it. Just go see it. Don't go watch it. Just go see it, and you'll know what I mean. I had it pulled up, and I was asking him if everything in the background was CG because it looks that bad. But not Wild Horses 9. Didn't think this was going to be like an espionage CIA movie because I thought it had to deal with horses. So there's that. That one looks good. Okay, I saw The Sheep Detective in theaters before I saw Hail Mary. It doesn't look bad. It looks like a good family movie, but it
looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of curious about it. Forgotten Island looks absolutely gorgeous. I think the animation style is really, really cool. Yeah, and it's the same directors as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, so we know it's going to be good then. But then it wasn't widely available. The Faces of Death trailer looks like it's going to be really interesting. You can only watch it on, I believe, Twitter because it was like red band initiated. Yeah, so trailers all looking pretty good. I think Wild Horse 9 looks like it could be an Oscar contender, possibly. It looks gorgeous too. Yeah, same director as Banshees of Inisherin and Seven Psychopaths. So it's probably going to be an Oscar, like an award season. I'm not going to say it will definitely be there, but there's a possibility it could be. Possible nominee. Yeah, I mean, usually Martin McDonagh gets a lot of nominations. So, but why don't you take us to the box office, Kevin? Yeah, I mean, no surprise here. Project Hail Mary coming in with 80.5 million. Hoppers with 17.8 million. Oh, what is that? How do you say that? Durandar, The Revenge with 10 million. It's just the 4.5 hour movie. I believe, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah. It's a Bollywood movie. Okay, and then Ready or Not 2, Here I Come, dropping it at 8.1 million to fourth, and Reminders of Him, horrible name, 8 million coming in, rounding off our top 5. Ready or Not, Here I Come, I mean, not even getting third place. And this is was this their weekend? This is their first weekend. Yeah, but I think everything was being slaughtered by Hail Mary this weekend. So I mean, incredible word of mouth going into the weekend. So I mean, it can only go up from here too, because spring break, for at least where we are, is coming up, and that number might be skyrocketing.
Yeah, we both went to go see it, and not together. We saw it separately, but I'm probably planning on seeing it again this coming weekend. So like, there's probably people who are going to go see this a couple different times. We'll talk about it when we get to the movie reviews. But that is it for the box office. I had another comment here.
Yes.
Let's see here. Well, Speculationer, nice to see you. I haven't had you in the chat before. There's a new recent YouTuber named The Real Watchers that has interesting. I don't know if they're new. They got it after we did, but it's all good. Thank you for the comment. But let's go ahead and get into the movies that are coming out this weekend. We have They Will Kill You. A woman takes a job as a housekeeper in a New York City high-rise, unaware of the building's history of disappearances. She soon realizes the community is shrouded in mystery. Pretty mediocre reviews, got a 53 on Metacritic right now. The trailers weren't that interesting, but we'll see what happens when it comes out. Up after that is Forbidden Fruits. At a mall store, Apple leads a secret witch cult with co-workers Cherry and Fig. New hire Pumpkin questions their sisterhood, forcing them to confront inner darkness or meet violent ends. Have no idea anything what this movie is about, but it does have to do with a little group of witches running a store in a mall. So there is that.
Interesting.
Then we have the AI doc, or How I Became an Apocalyptimist. A father-to-be tries to figure out what is happening with all this AI insanity. This is a documentary taking a hard look at AI. And, well, reviews kind of seem to be down the middle with critics. Fans seem to be a little more apologetic with a 7.6. So we'll have to check it out. It actually is coming to theaters. It's rare that a documentary goes to theaters wide like this. So I'll probably be checking it out. And lastly is A Magnificent Life. It follows the life of Pagnol, a playwright, novelist, and filmmaker who grew up in a middle-class household in Marseille and became one of the world's most inventive and prolific artists from the 1930s to the 1950s. This is a new French animated movie, 2D animation from Sylvain Chomet, a director who I absolutely adored, did things like The Illusionist and The Triplets of Belleville. So I am definitely going to be seeing this in theaters this weekend. It looks fantastic.
Very cool.
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That is it for everything that's kind of planned. Got through that pretty quick. So.
Hey, you want to play the game?
Yeah, we got to play Flickle.
I got it in 3 shots last time, I think. So
we got it in. Yeah, it was on the third one.
Third one, yeah.
So let's go ahead and see what we got here. All right.
It's very grainy for me. Oh,
it is for me too. So,
okay.
All right, so here we go.
I don't want to take a guess. Wait, do we get as many guesses as we can?
We get 6 guesses.
Put the Addams Family on there, even if it pops up.
The 1991 one?
Yeah, sure.
No, it's not that. I actually have an idea what it is.
Okay.
Let me see. Yep, I know what it is. This is Jumanji, baby.
Oh, okay. The one with the rock in it, right?
No, the original one, Robin Williams.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is Jumanji. I didn't know there was. Which one was from the beginning? Nadia got it though.
Nice.
Show me that Matussi. That's one of the best usernames I've seen in some time. Hats off to you, sir. And or madam, and or they, whoever you are. That is a great name. But yes, of course, it was Jumanji. So
very cool.
Absolute great job. Well, that is today's Flickle. Let's go ahead and jump into our movie reviews. Now, Kevin and I did go and see the same movie. So,
do we want to end with that, or do we want to start with it?
Let's start with it, and you will go first, sir.
Yes. Project Hail Mary. This is an absolutely fantastic movie. please go see it in theaters. If not, see it at streaming, because I do believe this will be getting some nominations in some categories. I don't know what, or I don't know for who, but I absolutely loved it. I loved the space theming. I loved the direction that I went to. I am not going to spoil anything because it has been out for only this weekend. No reason to spoil it, because this movie is so, I feel like, in my opinion, again, it is my opinion, it is perfectly paced. It's a 2.5 hour movie. I checked my watch. I saw it was 2 hours already into the movie, and I was like, "Yep, this is a fantastically paced movie throughout the whole thing." I mean, Rocky is the best because everybody knows Rocky's name. So that's the only thing I will say in here. But please go support this movie. It is absolutely fantastic, and Ryan Gosling is fantastic in this movie as well. There's nothing I can't say that's bad about this movie.
Yeah. Well, as for me, I also likewise give it a very high score. I give it a 97 out of 100. I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried during this movie at a couple different moments. I think it's very emotional, and I love it. It's absolutely delightful. I think that it's got laughs. It's also got thrills in equal measure. I think that it's both thrilling and funny. Not only is it far better than The Martian, I think this is a huge improvement over that movie, but it might be one of the best space films since 2001: A Space Odyssey. I think that the emotional core of this movie, though, is what makes it so strong. The relationship between Grace and Rocky, oh my gosh, it's so good. I mean, a lot of Oscar nominations hopefully heading this movie's way. I think this will be the blockbuster that gets the recognition at the Academy Awards next year, kind of like Sinners and F1 did this year. But I think that Ryan Gosling is going to get hopefully a nomination for this. I think James Ortiz deserves a nomination for Rocky, which would make it the first human performance, I guess. I don't know, would get a nomination, but I hope he gets a nomination. He's so essential to this movie.
Yes.
And he's the puppeteer. He's literally never done a movie before. This is his first actual film, and he's the puppeteer for the creature, and it's fantastic.
Perfect.
Lord and Miller direct this movie beautifully. My only thing to criticize is I do think that the pacing does struggle a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. I think that there are a few moments where it cuts to black, and it feels like an ending when in fact it just keeps going.
How did you like some of the transitions in the movie? Because I feel like there was a lot of good transitions.
Transitions are cool, but when it just fades to black, it was a little repetitive, I would say.
Okay, I got you.
That's like, if I'm nitpicking, right? But I love this movie, and I love Rocky. So
yeah, Rocky the best boy.
Yeah, Rocky best boy. But that's the movie we went and saw together. Another comment here. Okay.
Cool.
Information. Thank you for sharing. All right. So, let's go ahead and get the movies. You have one movie that you watched where I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6. So 3, 1, 3 is how we'll do it. Let's do it. So my first movie was a continuation of my March challenge, which was most popular March. And the movie was Dead Poets Society, which is the most popular drama that I had not seen or reviewed. Excuse me. I think that this movie is an excellent tale of rebellion that's a little too slow at times. That's my biggest criticism is the pacing. I do think that, it is a prestige drama, so I think the film can definitely feel like it's going at a snail's pace sometimes. It's not that the film's too long. It's not. I'm not complaining about length. It's just that it doesn't move as much as I would like it to. Like, there are moments of, dramatic action, not actual action, but there's moments of drama that are very good, but then in between those, there's just a lot of slow moments. But when it kicks into high gear in the back half of the movie, it's even better. Robin Williams is fantastic here, easily one of his best performances. As someone who's looking to get into teaching, I hope I can do a fraction to my students as what he does. He is a very good teacher. And the rest of the cast is exceptional. Young Ethan Hawke is another standout as well. I think the film is well shot, but the true masterwork here is the script. It's lovingly written, and the dialogue feels very real and grounded. So give it a 90.
Nice.
And then I also went to theaters to go and see a movie that I was excited for, which was Undertone. Went and saw this in theaters, and it was a little disappointing. I applaud the effort for trying to do something new. Yes?
I was going to say, was it underwhelming? Get it? Undertone, underwhelming.
All that for a dad joke. Great.
Yep, you're welcome. I'll be here all night.
The audio design of this movie is to be commended. I do think that it should and could get some award season attention for its audio mixing and audio design. This movie is oppressive and disturbing at the best of its times. But I think that the narrative behind, like, the story is just not that interesting. And it takes a turn that I just don't like into, like, it's in the trailers. There's a supernatural element to this, and I'm tired of that, to be honest. I'm just so over these supernatural events. Like, there's a way that they play with this that could have been so much more interesting, but they just completely abandoned that. The last 20 minutes is really intense, I will say that. So it is worth it to see for the last 20 minutes. And also, I think Nina Kiri, who plays the main role, she's very good, especially better than a lot of like other indie horror movies performances. I think she actually is like a step above. But I think also the podcast framing of this, because she's like a podcast host, is a little bit. I would have rather this been an A24 podcast and had it been like purely audio in your ears. I think that would be horrifying. But I think the way that it's filmed beautifully, but like being a film does it a disservice, which is a little annoying. But I think it shows a lot of promise from its star and its director, who is another YouTuber, a small YouTuber. So very excited for them going forward. And it just needs a better story. That's really the biggest thing.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. And before we go back over to Kevin, we got my other March most popular movie, the most popular Western that I've not seen, which is A Fistful of Dollars. And man, I love me some Sergio Leone. Same guy who did Once Upon a Time in the West and Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And, you know, this is Man with No Name. This is Mr. Clint Eastwood himself. So this is apparently a Western version of Yojimbo by Akira Kurosawa, who did not give his approval to this movie. But this movie is very good. Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name is far beyond an icon. He is a cinematic staple. The hero with not so good tendencies, an anti-hero, one could say. The joy you get from his character in every movie is just immeasurable. The film is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful score from Ennio Morricone, and the town of San Miguel feels alive. Like it feels like a character as much as any of the people in it. Supporting cast isn't all that great all the time, but clearly this was a much smaller budget movie than his other films. And the only thing I could really criticize is I just want more. I think this movie is just way too small of a scope. It deserves kind of some more action sequences, something a little bit bigger, and more time spent with the Man with No Name. But I think that because of the lower budget, I think they did what they could with what they had. So an 88 out of 100. I really enjoyed this movie. It was very
nice.
Good.
Very good.
So pass it over to you, sir.
Yeah, so mine was Haiku, the dumpster fire battle. So this is just, I will say, it's a movie in case you didn't watch the anime show, which is the first 1 through 3 seasons. I thought it was an actual movie. It is not. It is just the same exact thing. So unfortunately, it gives it a lower score because I already watched all of it, and it just ups up the animation a little bit. This is a fantastic anime, though. But if you want to be, I don't want to call people lazy, but if you don't want to watch the first 3 seasons, which you should, you can just watch this and you'll know exactly what happens to pick it up for the 4th season. That's all this is for. Unfortunately, I thought this was a movie. It is not. Well, it is, but it's not at the same time. So I only gave it a 76 out of 100. Animation was bumped up a little bit, but nothing to get me excited for because I knew what was happening. But it's still good.
Alrighty, and I talked a little bit about the movie that I went and saw in theaters that was a Best Picture Oscar winner. What I didn't mention is that it was the first Best Picture winner for an Oscar, which was the 1927 film Wings, which I gotta say, the fact that this was my first time seeing a silent film in theaters brought a tear to my eye because it was so special seeing something that historic on a modern screen. I absolutely loved it. It's a very conventional movie, but it's also not for its time, right? This is a movie from the 1920s that is an epic World War I film set against and also like a love triangle with characters. The combat footage is truly remarkable for its time. It's what like the scope of what they achieved is insane. And there's aerial combat footage in a 1920s movie. It's absolutely crazy. It's the best part of the movie. And the director Wellman, I can't remember his first name, was a pilot during World War I in the French Expeditionary Force. So his experience was brought to the movie, which is really cool. The film does feel a bit patriotic at times, but it's not propaganda. This was before we really had propaganda in the U.S., like officially. So it does highlight our allies as much as it does us, which is cool. So we see a lot of the French and the British as well. So it's not just an American movie. The characters provide an interesting dynamic because I like the side characters more. David is the best. He's the side character, one part of the love triangle. Love him. He's a great character. I wish he was given more time to shine, which is a problem. But Mary is also awesome. Mary is a girl trying to get after the main character because she loves him, but he doesn't love her back. And she's better than the girl that the main guy loves. So it's weird. Whatever. But Jack is the main character. Jack is a little bit of a piece of shit. So I don't really like him until about a little over halfway through. Criticisms-wise, though, the movie is definitely poorly paced. And I think that it's because they put so much time and effort into the aerial combat footage that it goes on for a little too long. And it does, that's time that they could have given David more character development, but this is obviously the 1920s. You know, they're not really pushing for development of their characters, right? But it's a 2.5 hour movie, and you do feel the 2.5 hours. Not that it's too long, you just feel the time. Which, like a good 2.5 hour movie, like you and Project Hail Mary, shouldn't feel like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to watch more movies.
Do it again.
Then my next March challenge was the most popular mystery film that I had never seen, which was Donnie Darko. Which man, this movie's a trip. This movie's a mind bender, and I really enjoyed that part about it. It doesn't make things immediately clear to you, and I like how it blends mental health with science fiction into something really unique. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, which is great. Deserves a compliment for that. Jake Gyllenhaal, one of the best performances I've seen him give. He and Jenna Malone have some great chemistry, and also the rest of the cast is pretty darn good. Drew Barrymore and Maggie Gyllenhaal are other standouts for me. I think the film, though, does have a tendency to overuse 80s music. Don't get me wrong. I love me some 80s music. But it's like it's desperately trying to convince you, oh, by the way, did you know this is the 80s? Oh, by the way, it's 10 minutes later. Did you know this was the 80s? Which is really kind of frustrating. Also, I feel like the movie can be a tad too vague. I think that, like, I will admit I had to Google up meaning and theories after this. I'll have to watch the movie again now that I kind of understand what it's going for. But I do enjoy it, and I'm glad that I finally checked it out. Gave it an 85 out of 100.
Nice.
And lastly is the most popular movie from the 2000s that I have not reviewed. I have seen this movie before, which is Mean Girls. I mean, come on, this movie's fetch. Don't get it wrong. I've seen this movie several times in my life, and even when I was younger and a lot more cynical about movies that I didn't think that I would enjoy, I liked it then. What works about Mean Girls is its cast. Lindsay Lohan and Rachel McAdams are the standouts here. They're having a ball making this movie because Tina Fey's script is so good. It's phenomenal. The dialogue is funny. Everyone feels perfectly cast. And I love that the film was actually based off of scientific research into clicks, which is fantastic. What doesn't work is some of the formulaicness of its story. You know what's going to happen. You know how it's going to end. It's just a little frustrating. I mean, even if you hadn't seen this movie before, you would know what's going on. It's very cliche. And then, in addition, while it's based off actual research, it just I just cannot stand watching these movies about high school because it's not representative of the real high school experience. So, at least from what I went through, but it works. I really enjoy this movie. I think it's funny. It's fetch. And we should all strive to be fetch. So, but Kevin, that is going to be it.
Yes, that is. So I'll do.
I have some comments. So we have some comments.
We have comments. So sorry, comment people.
Let me see here. Would you ever think about having your live streams at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. Instead? Because the time that you do your streams are late, in my opinion. Problem is, we are on the West Coast. We are in Pacific Standard Time, and I work until 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 3 p.m. Eastern. So that does not work for our schedules. We do not get paid for this. We do this purely as a passion and fun thing. So we do it when we're able to. That's the short and easy answer.
Yes, I dabbed in my head. You are definitely correct.
And I think it would also be cool if we did the stream in the same room, similar to the John Campea show together. I'd love to do that, but we don't live together, and it's just easier to do this for now. If we had the ability to rent out an office space or to do something, we have streamed in the same room before. If we had like an event going on afterward, or if we were doing something special, but it's just easier for us. Again, we're not paid. We're doing this for fun. We're not paid yet, but
But if anybody's out there,
yeah, let's go. I don't know who's going to sponsor us at this point, but let's go ahead and get into the movies we covered over the course of the week from the wheel spin. Yep. And your short was?
Yeah, my short was Ought to Be in Pictures, and this was really cool. I loved how the real world aspect comes into this movie, but you still have the animation as Porky the Pig and Daffy Duck, which is fantastic. I really like the rivalry between them, but like a friendly rivalry is really awesome. But I liked just how seamlessly it looked having the animated cartoons in real world picture. The story is kind of funny as well. Porky wants to doesn't know if he should get more money, and then he makes himself get fired, and then Daffy tries to take his spot there, and it just doesn't work out for anybody in the end, and Porky just comes back and they knew it all along. So I mean, the story is just okay, but you're there for the animation and the real world animation as well, if that's what you want to call it. But I thought that was fantastic, and that's why I really enjoyed it, so I give it an 88 out of 100.
And there you go. My short was The Film Fan, which I had mistakenly typed in as The Film Man, which I mean, both of these are underselling my passion for film. But jokes aside, I think this was fun, although I don't think it was necessarily necessary. It doesn't really do anything that makes me go like, yeah, this was worth making. Like, it's got some fun jokes. I guess they reused some bits that didn't make it into other shorts into this, and that's why Porky goes to the theater to see it. It's fine. Just doesn't really need to be around. It just kind of feels like, again, it feels like it was a collection of nothing put into a short. So, but still, I mean, still enjoyable, but not necessary.
Yeah, unfortunately. But my next one up, 5 to 9. Really good soundtrack in this movie. That's what gave it a lot of points. But this one is more of a darker comedy about how guys in management positions can be really dicks. Pretty much, that's what this is. And I really liked how, especially in the 80s, this movie was kind of ahead of its time, I feel like, because after he gets captured and they start doing their own renovations on the business goes up instead of down, like as if he was doing it, but it was actually the 3 ladies that were making the business better. So women can make things better as well. It's not just a man's world out there. It's anybody's world, to be honest. I thought it would be a little bit more funnier, unfortunately. It was just there. I mean, Dolly Parton's very good in this movie. She's like the standout because she was one of the funnier ones. But other than that, it was just a good watch. It wasn't I won't be going back to it anytime soon, unless like my mom or dad wants to watch it again or something like that. And I'll be like, yeah, that's fine. We can throw it on the TV. But it was just okay for me. So I gave it a 65 out of 100.
All right. And my film was Sweet Home. This was not my favorite thing in the world, but I can appreciate it for what it was. A lot of people tend to place this movie towards the beginning of J-horror, which gave us things like The Grudge and The Ring. and I would tend to agree, definitely, in terms of time frame. It's got all the trappings of that subgenre for better and for worse. On one hand, I really appreciate the practical effects of this movie. They look fantastic even to this day. There's a shot of a guy that's cut in half, and it was like, okay, how did they do that? And I also love that it's the same director that did Cure, which is one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion. And he started out doing films like this, which is kind of funny to see. Like, you can see where he got some stuff for Cure in this, which is really fun. The effects are fun, it's well made, and on the other hand, this movie's overacted to hell. The actors felt like they were playing caricatures instead of characters. They were overacting, they were overreacting to things. The reactions don't feel genuine, and it just feels very cartoony at times. And when I think it moves into the absurd and the cartoonish is where it loses me. When it's more of your general haunted house movie, it works better. But it's a fun movie, and I guess I can see where some of the inspiration for Biohazard or Resident Evil came from. But not my favorite thing in the world, but I do appreciate it. I at least had fun with it, but I wouldn't say it was nearly one of the best things I've ever seen.
Gotcha.
But that is going to bring us to
the end of the scheduled stuff. So you want to pull up our good friend Wheelie, just because we had Rocky. This is Wheelie. He won't make us cry. Actually, he might make us cry.
You never know.
Yeah,
he might. But the wheel spin is where we do what, Kevin?
It's where Wheelie picks a movie for us and forces us to watch it, even if it's good, bad, or makes us cry.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. I'm putting in Joey texted me because he is watching from a different location.
Oh, where's he? If I may ask, where'd he go?
Don't know. Just says he's out and about.
Oh,
good for you, man. Go out there and do something. Yeah. So Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead from 1991.
Oh, that's a good one.
Our list. Have you seen it?
Let me look just to make sure.
But if anyone else has any movies you would like to add to the wheel spin, go ahead and you can add one per person, just because we're over 250 by now. But one movie recommendation per person would be absolutely fantastic. I don't know what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm always down for anything, but I think Kevin's always on the lookout for something maybe horror-y.
Yep.
You know, got to have date nights with Nadia, you know?
That was fun. Last time we did the Others, which was fantastic. So,
because I know Nadia had seen that one before, I think, but you hadn't.
Yeah,
right?
She saw it first before me, and she actually bought it to own it.
Ooh.
So we got that deluxe DVD edition, baby.
Didn't get that Criterion DVD?
No, she's had this one for like ever.
Well, I'm saying there is a Criterion DVD version.
Oh, there is. I did not know that.
Yeah, there is. But it doesn't look like I'm seeing any comments. I don't know if there's a delay on it right now, but I know there's
keep
been
an eye out on
before. It. Can I show? Oh, I can show them on the screen. Look at that. That's new. I can make you guys flash. Maybe I'll do that from now on. But yeah, any recommendations? Go ahead and get them in. We'll give them about a minute or two. I have no clue. Anything, really. I mean, I'm actually starting to worry that I'm not going to get... I don't know if I'm going to finish my challenge.
I mean, you have 5 days? 6 days.
6 days to watch... how many movies do I got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I guess if I can get my homework done this weekend, maybe.
You can do that. That's easy. That's a light work for you.
Oh, Nadia says Takeout, which is a Tubi original.
I have not watched it, so you can put that on.
Babysitter?
Oh, yes, and Takeout. I forgot to say that.
Yes. All right. Cool. Saw everything. So everything is coming through. Alrighty. That looks like we should be good to go.
Good to go.
So I'm not seeing anyone else. So we'll go ahead and get to the Wheel of Shorts. Kevin?
Yep.
Let's get your short.
Yep. Let's get your short.
I can't do a drum roll with my mouth. And Kevin's short is...
You.
Nighty Night Bugs. That was right on the edge.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that is Kevin's short this week. All right. I'm going to go ahead and... where is that one? I'm going to put my initial on it. We'll shuffle this bad boy up and spin it for me.
You're going to get the same one.
That'd be really funny if I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yes! No! The Art of Skiing. I think I've seen this one. Hold on.
I think you have.
It's a Disney one from 1941. I actually have not seen it. So
maybe you saw the hockey one.
I saw the hockey one. It's another goofy one. So, Alrighty. Let me go ahead and let me sort this. Where is the Art of Skiing? Give that a Kevin initial. And shuffle this bad boy up. And we'll save it. And go to the Wheel of Movies. Alrighty, Kevin. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Spin this bad boy. And it is going to be, oh boy, The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage.
Okay. I can deal with that.
Well, we'll see if you're saying that afterward.
That's true.
Alrighty. And let's shuffle it up and spin it for me.
Well, that was a good clap, whatever that was.
And it is a Kevin movie, so I can't do that. I've seen all the Toy Story movies.
Very cool. Good for you. I have too.
Well, I wasn't bragging. And it is Unfriended.
Oh, nice. A horror movie.
I believe is a naughty pick.
It is a naughty pick.
If I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
Alrighty.
Yumpy.
Let me remove that real quick and save the wheel. All right. So that is going to bring us to the end.
What?
Kev got that big wick energy.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, man. Hey, get a room. Get a room there. Alrighty. Well, Kevin will be checking out the Looney Tunes short, Nighty Night Bugs, and we'll be checking out the Nicolas Cage iconic masterpiece, The Wicker Man. I will be checking out the goofy short, The Art of Skiing, followed by the horror film Unfriended. So that is going to be what we have going on for the show next week. But of course, that is going to bring us to the end of the show. We do have our new episode of Movie Club coming up on Friday. It is the last of the March month theme, which is my birthday, which is all movies that I have picked for Kevin to watch for the first time. And we're going to be checking out This Is Spinal Tap.
Yes, it is.
Very excited to talk about that movie next week. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't lose sight of when that goes live. But thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a little bit of a short one this week, but hey, nothing wrong with that. We've gone over the last couple of weeks. So
yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us. We have this show that goes live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we have our Movie Club show that goes live every single Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much for watching. And until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen. Have a good night, everyone.